Hey guys, it's me, Jim, and your friendly ghost, and today I'm going to be talking about my drum rig that I use for practice/rehearsals and for my band's live settings for shows. So without further ado, let's get into my Frankenstein drum kit. So what you see in front of you right now is a 5-piece drum kit. That's 50% of the drum kit I actually have. The other rack I have is off to the side because I usually don't need it unless we're playing a really big venue. Other than that, this is what I use for practice/rehearsals and what I used to use for our live concerts. The drum kit itself is an SPL drum kit made into 2 drum kits to form one whole drum kit, really super big. It's super cheap. SPL's baby brand. You can get it for like maybe $200, $300. So basically I just formed it all together to make it look cool. And honestly, it sounds really great for how cheap it is. Going down the line around my drum kit, I have 3 high toms. I have a 10-inch, 12-inch, and another 12-inch. As you see, now I'm only using 2 12-inch toms. High toms. Going on, I have 2 floor toms, but I'm only using one right now for practice/rehearsal. I have a 14-inch floor tom and a 16-inch floor tom. My kick drum, as you can see down there with the band logo, it is a 22-inch kick drum. Snare, is an SJC 6.5-inch by 14-inch snare drum, SJC Pathfinder. Sounds really, really good, and its price range is at like $170 to $190. The rack itself that I'm using, it is a Gibraltar rack system. I have 2 rack systems by that brand. The other half, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's off to the side. I also have 3 high tom arms to hold up my high toms. It's these little guys right here. As of right now, I'm only using the 2. The other one's put up. Pedals I use, they are Iron Cobra. They're pretty basic, self-explanatory. They're double bass. Cymbals I use, as you can tell, I use 5 of them. I have 2 other ones. They're pretty small, but they're put up. So I use a 14-inch ZBT Zildjian hi-hat. Next, I use a 16-inch HCS Minel Crash. Next one, I have an 18-inch HCS Minel Crash. Next one up, the big boy, 20-inch HCS Minel Ride. And last but certainly not least, the extreme one that cuts through any audio is my 18-inch Classic Custom Minel Dual China. Mics and ears that I use for practice and for live settings for shows. Over at the top right corner, you'll see a Shure SM58 dynamic mic. It gets the job done for practice and it gets the job done for the live settings for what I have to do live. I'm the screamer and my vocals, they cut through so perfectly. Don't ever have any problems with this mic. It's reasonable price too, it's like $100. Alright, at the left top corner, those are my old Shure SE 215s dynamic micro driver in-ears. Those are the first ones I ever had starting a band, and they work phenomenally for what I need to hear in my in-ears. They pack a lot of bass, not so much in the mid area, but it's super bassy. It insulates your ears super well. No complaints on that on my end, and The Shure SE215s are the same price as the Shure dynamic microphone. It's $100. It's a good starter inner system as well. Now, the last one. If you look at the bottom, those are my brand new Mackie MP320s with triple dynamic drivers inside the inner system. These are a little bit pricier, and they range up to about $300 something and more, depending on what all you want in your ears. So I have a triple dynamic driver within my ears, and this one is totally different from the Shure SE215s. Very different. Two different brands, and they do two different things. The Shure, very basic, and it's $100. The Mackie MP320, the triple drivers. This one cuts down on the bass, like a whole lot. It's more, this one is more mids and highs with a little bit of bass. It's very dynamic within the mix too. So if you're looking for something that's like that you want in your ears, I would recommend these as well. Now, you get to see what I see behind my drum kit. This is my setup. Don't mind the blood on the snare. Well, let's get down to business. Drum heads I use Evans hydraulics on my high toms and floor toms. And I just like the color red because it just makes everything pop, makes it look cool. On the kick drum, I use an Evans EMAD heavy weighted resonant head. As you can see, it's pretty beaten up. It needs to get changed out soon. And there are the pedals, Iron Cobra. For the snare, I use an Evans UV1. It just has a snappier pop. Also, for my backups, I use the black double-coated Evans UV2s. It's thicker, it has a lot of oil within the two meshes. It has a darker, deeper sound. Sounds like a shotgun. All right, last but not least, this is my setup for practice, rehearsals, and for our live settings for all of our shows. This is our little rig that we run backing tracks through, and it does it well. It's simple and effective, and it's super cheap if you're tight on money. So what I'm using, if you look at the bottom right screen in the box, I am using a Harbinger LV7 mixer. It's itty bitty. I have little soundproof styrofoam in there because all that was. Little box I'm using, hairstylist box. I'm upgrading to a better box soon. But anyways, that's the mixer I am using for my backtracks, and XLR cable right there where it needs to be, and then my mic goes into channel 1 on the mixer at the top left. And then if you look closely, you see an orange cord with a toggle at the end of it of the auxiliary cord. That's where I plug in my backtracks. I plug it through that, and then it's game on. And that's where, in this box, that's where I keep all my drum keys, an extra pair of sticks behind me, and I have a little drum holster underneath my hi-hat with some spare sticks as well. I got a mic dampener for my microphone. I usually keep both of my in-ears right there, and then I have one on me as I'm listening to my backtracks. And I plug myself into right next to the orange cord underneath the XLR cable, and that's how I hear all my backtracks. All right, well there you have it, guys. This was my rundown of my drum kit called the Frankenstein kit. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you want to know more about what I do in my band and behind the drum kit, leave a comment down below. Also, if you liked what you were watching, leave a comment down below. And if you want to start a conversation about drum stuff, leave a comment down below. With all that being said, I love each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. And most importantly, stay metal, rock on, peace out. I have more videos coming soon. Bye guys.